Greetings and welcome to my video review of the musical project Reya of Titan by the band Gekko Projekt. Now this is a progressive rock, aka prog rock project. Prog rock means that, I guess it means a lot of things if you're a musician, and if you're not a musician it means there's a lot of changes, a lot of things that maybe are a little bit confusing, but it's really pretty. So hang on for the ride. You're probably going to love it. We start off with this wonderful guitar, multi-layered, beautiful, kind of spacey. It really gets us in the mood to start to go on this adventure. So buckle up. If you're a fan of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or Yes, or these kind, you are just going to love the keyboards on Snow White. And there's a great bass that just sets a nice backbeat on here. Now we start off, this is the story of Reya Jones. Reya is heading to the asteroid belt, it's the new gold rush, and she's getting a ship. The ship is Snow White, and she's going to go and make her fortune in the asteroid belt. Of course, when you are buying a ship or anything else on a budget, bad things may happen. Or even if you don't have a budget. That's one of the wonderful things that I really loved about the theme of this album. Is it's about a journey that you're taking that takes an unexpected turn. And maybe it turns out even better than what you had imagined in the first place. So Reya's heading to the asteroid belt, and her ship encounters an asteroid, and she has to take to the life support system. She has to go into one of those cryogenic sleep pod things, which is a last chance thing, but sometimes you have to do that, right? You have to take the last chance, and you go for it, because that's the only chance you have. So we hear in the next section kind of a staticky last signals from Earth as she's falling asleep. The fourth song, it's called Grains of Sand, and it's one of my favorites. We start off with this lovely guitar, and then the keyboards come in, and the vocals, and they all interweave together beautifully. Reya's pondering the meaning of life and death and time and so many other things. But one of the things that really struck me is the way the drums really punctuate this so beautifully. The fifth song is one that makes me feel very guilty. Okay, first off, it's interesting the way the drums are syncopated, and there's vocals and guitars, and then there's like horn kind of soundy things. But I know there's some classical piece that has to do with Jupiter and has a lot of horns, and you got me. Reya gets rescued north of Titan, and so this is exciting. She really wasn't sure when she went into that pod if she was going to make it, and she does, and that's a happy thing. Basically, she overshot her freeway ramp by like a cajillion miles. One of the things that struck me about this song is the musical interlude in between the lyrics. It just feels like a kitchen sink. It feels like they threw everything in there, which makes it an interesting song to listen to. Now, the seventh track, it's called Frenda, and the bass is terrific throughout this whole album, but here it just really kind of rocks on, and I don't know, I get this gangstas in space kind of vibe. It's just a really fun song. Give it a listen. The eighth track, This Is Now Our Home, kind of floats us into it again, only this time we start with the keyboards. All kinds of musical styles in this. It's rollicking in parts. We have wonderful guitar. We have kind of churchy keyboards. At this point in our story, they have to break apart the Snow White. They don't know if and when there's going to be a resupply ship. They don't know how long they have to survive, but somehow they have to figure it out to survive now with what they have with them. And they end up being alone for a long time as far as contact from Earth or the inner planets go. In fact, it is called 24 Years of Solitude. My favorite parts of this are the drums playing off the guitar, although again I love the keyboard intro. We have a very militaristic beat in the next piece and a decision. There does come a ship from Earth, and so they can pack up and abandon Titan and go back to the apocalypse, or they can stay put. And so they take a vote, and they decide to stay where they are, and in fact, Reya becomes queen. Sometimes you gotta make the crown out of what you have. The 11th track is called Escape from the Mines of Titan, and it's an instrumental, and I get a little lost on the story here, but I really enjoy it. The guitar really soars and the bass is kind of down there, but somehow the two of them work together beautifully. So we have some more radio staticky stuff, and then that we play Queen Reya's favorite song called Sing For Me. It's a very poppy song. The guitar and the bass really play off each other. It's just a nice way to close off the album. The whole album is wonderful, and I think you will really enjoy it. I know I did. And so, greetings, happy listening, and enjoy Reya of Titan.